Hey, Blessings family, Vibrant here. I thought I'd come in with a Libra full moon reading. I'm a Libra myself. So I know that this particular full moon is going to be affecting me and obviously as a collective as well. So I just thought I've done a few notes just so that I can kind of go through what this super full moon is going to be bringing us, the types of energies that's about to happen, to come up, and possible themes for this Libra full moon. Right, so Libra full moon is between the 7th and the 8th of April 2020, depending on where you are in the world. For us in the UK, specifically London, where I currently am, this full moon is taking place on Wednesday the 8th at 3:35 a.m. So I know it's early hours of the morning one, but if you're able to stay up to watch this beautiful super moon, it's also called the pink moon, but anyway, let me go into what it entails. So between the 7th and the 8th of April, there's 2020 is a full moon, okay? So the moon is going to be at 18 degrees 42. The Libra sign is ruled by Venus, which is going to be aligning with Mars, yeah? And Mars is also in Gemini and Aquarius. So there are some different energies at play there, okay? The Libra full moon is the first full moon of the new astrological year. So that just means we're at the peak of this Aries season. And what it means is that it's going to be energizing and magnetizing the intentions that were set in the Aries new moon. So that we know that new moon was all about the doing, getting things done, formulating your plans. So now once you've made your intentions, we're now going to be seeing the fruits of the labor. We're going to be seeing things come into fruition, because obviously Libra is a marrying, coming together type of energy, with Venus being the ruling moon. So this is about partnerships coming together, trying to find balance in situations in business, finance, so on and so forth, okay? So like I was saying, it's going to magnetize the intentions that we set by the Aries new moon. This is the climax in the lunar cycle in the spring season, and it's taken place in this relationship, Libra moon, like I was saying, okay? So it's a cardinal air sign, and it's representing the scales of balance, which we know, okay? So also, this super moon is also known as a pink moon. And in the collective, we'll see that there's going to be a shift to want to find balance and to keep calm. Maybe wanting to have peace and harmony instead of upsetting the apple cart, as in not wanting to over question things, let things go, so that you're not doing too much mental conflict play while in this particular season, just so that, you know, the vibration stays nice and balanced. And we know that Libra is all about finding the balance, okay? That diplomatic energy, okay? Trying to find a solution to a problem or whatever. So also saying, however, so we might want to keep things level and not upset the apple cart. However, it is actually important for us to be our whole selves. So that means express the good and the good feelings, and also the negative feelings, and not to be afraid to be who you are and to show your full self, because there's actually strength and power in being able to recognize the different elements in yourself. So then also, this super pink moon is going to be energizing relationships as well. So that's whether in romantic love, whether that be in like business, your career, colleagues, it could be your family and your friends. So this moon is going to be affecting the way that we interact with our loved ones. And also we may experience some challenges associated with the planetary alignments, okay, because we actually have a tough square aspect, which means that we're coming in when two particular planets collide that have opposing energy. So we're going to be coming into an aspect where we've got explosive and hot-headed Mars, yeah, and with the unpredictable energy of Uranus, yeah. So we might be experiencing some kind of turbulence. We also might even see some random situations or random things happening. So that's kind of left field, like where is that coming from? And then also you've got what else is it saying? And also there might be some unexpected conflict, so arguments, disagreements, and that's going to be understandable in this time, like how many of us are still in quarantine, if in fact the world is in quarantine. Okay, so yeah, so the full moon has the power to illuminate, okay, so it will start bringing to the surface all the things that have been sort of hidden inside, the things that we haven't been dealing with. So don't be surprised if things that you thought that you had dealt with have come up again, because this moon is an illuminating moon. It shows you about who you are and what's going on. Also, one of the advice for this getting through this particular stage in the planetary alignment is to try and stay calm, find the balance. This is what Libra's energy is there for, is to calm the conflicts that's going on with this squaring that's happening with the opposing energies. Yeah, so the Libra's there to balance things out, find the calm. Yeah, so you will find your balance in the midst of stress, just to calm the waves in the sea of all your relationships, okay? And also, one of the things that we also look at when it comes to the moons and the placements is there are certain times that the certain moons affect us as, you know, our physicality, because we know that we're more or less water as well. So what above, so below. So we know that when there's shifts going on in the ether, in the galaxies, in the cosmos, we know that those things are actually happening to us internally. So some of the organs that are affected by this Libra full moon is like kidneys, okay, the urethra, urinary bladder, veins, your skin even, insulin, glucose. So it's like all this different sort of things are going on within us. So when it comes to the kidneys and the bladder, things like maybe we might be needing to go to the toilet more often, or it means that we might need to keep drinking lots of water to flush out our system, so when we are having our releases that we are flushing up the toxins out of our bodies. Also things like even with your skin, making sure that you're moisturizing. Say that with my hands needing moisturizing. But you know, start looking after ourselves, drinking some more water, having the key limes, you know, the citruses, the greens, the honey, you know, turmeric. Start trying to build your body, flushing out these toxins, so that you're being able to regulate some of the, well, basically balance some of the toxins from some of the things that we've been eating. So this is to talk about your health, so maybe start doing a bit more exercise, some deep breathing exercises, even some yoga stretches. So this is something that, you know, this moon is associated with. So that is just a little overview on, that's a little overview on what this moon has to offer. So I'm going to go into some energy, and I'm going to find out what kind of energies are going on in the collective. What are the types of things that's going to come up? We know that relationships will be affected. You know, we know that we will have a need to want to be harmonious, but we know that there's going to be some conflict due to the squaring. So we want to know what specifically are the things going to be associated in our energy. And obviously this is a collective reading, so it's very, very general. And yes, it's for the Libra full moon between the 7th and the 8th of April 2020. But we know that time's not linear. And what we need to know is what we need to know. And whether it's already happened or it's going to keep happening, or it's already happened or is yet to happen, we know that there's a reason for it. So you saw the energies flying out. So we have wisdom. Okay. So number 5, change, conflict, moving. So wisdom. So we know that within the Libra full moon energy, we're going to be coming across situations that's going to show how much wisdom we have attained from the intentions that we have been setting, the things that we have, the goals that we've been setting, our ability to pick our battles based on wisdom, knowing that it's not every battle that needs to be fought, how best to address a situation, how best, let me move this incense. I absolutely love incense, but sometimes it can be quite overpowering if you don't. Yeah. Get back into that energy. So, like I was saying, Spirit wants us to see that within this particular time that we are going to have to draw upon our wisdom to know when to start something, when to stop, sit back and take a break, when to interject in a conversation, or when to stay silent. And all of these things are from a place of wisdom, from a place of inner standing and using your intuition. Your gut will tell you when it's time to jump, even if you're fearful. And it's to use the wisdom to understand that what is happening for your greater good. Okay, so within this time where there might be some conflicts, there is going to be some real opportunities for you to gain wisdom and also show how much you have learned through how you behave. Essentially, that's the energy for that there. And then there's sacrifice. So this kind of feeds into that. Maybe you have to sacrifice yourself sometimes in saying, okay, I'm going to take that L. I'm not going to fight you on that particular point, because at this particular moment I know that in the end you're going to see, because the next things that's going to follow on from this particular situation is inevitable. So let me just hold my tongue, let me just sacrifice the short hard win for the victorious one later, where everything falls into place, when the penny finally drops. You get what I mean? That sort of, there's no point battling. And then there's also sacrificing your treats and the things that you know, sacrificing indulgence for diligence and for discipline. Sacrifice watching so much TV or to be on social media quite so much for time for introspection and to deal with the things that you really need to deal with. Maybe the decluttering. Maybe that project that you started that's not quite finished. You know, so there's an element there where I see there's a need to sacrifice, but it's all for the greater good. It's all, you see the sun, see the rainbow there, and she's looking out on the horizon, because so much is gained when you are able to be disciplined. And that's what's going to happen within this Libra moon as well, you know. So much is going to be learned because, like I said before, it's an illuminating moon. Okay, and then we also have obstacles and challenges. So we already said with this squaring off, yeah, with the Mars and the Uranus, okay, there is going to be some challenges and obstacles. But then if we use the Libra energy of that divine balance, that diplomacy, reason, really reason out what it is that you are doing, why you're doing it, and is what you really want worth taking this particular risk? Is it for the right reasons? And that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. And also, there are things that you really want to do, that you're meant to do, but because of this obstacle, or maybe because of a partnership, maybe in your business, maybe your guys are aligned together, maybe you share a business or you share a platform. Yeah, I'm seeing for some of you, you share a platform together, and this Libra full moon is going to test how much you are able to sacrifice to show your wisdom in finding the balance in the midst of the chaos that could be coming, but knowing that it's necessary, because we said that this moon is associated with magnetizing and energizing the intentions that's already been set. So it's about finding that particular balance in what route to take next. The battle between who's putting in more work. There's some ego energy as well around this. And this also is a spiritual card as well. So maybe there's some conflict in the energy, which is meaning you feel some type of way energetically, which is meaning that you're not able to make the movements that you need to make, and that is what's causing the obstacles or the challenge to keep moving. Then you have temptation. And this is associated with, it's like the death card, it's associated with, or the devil card rather, associated with the negative thoughts and the negative energies, overindulgence, addictions, more leaning towards a negative state of mind or a state of being when it comes to these energies that are going to be coming up in this Libra full moon. Maybe a temptation to not be wise in your decisions, or not to allow a situation to play out. Maybe to instigate winning an argument, or causing an argument, or causing some type of rift, or being tempted to maybe sacrifice yourself too far. Maybe not sticking up for yourself enough. Maybe even. For some of you, this is the temptation to just surrender to what is, without giving yourself a full chance to find out what it is that you can actually attain. Giving into the negative energy. We also have authority here. This is sort of like the Emperor card. And this is an energy that is focused, steadfast, get things done. is concerned with order and structure. This could even be an energy of it's like a masculine energy. Obviously, we know that, you know, we all have masculine and feminine energy between us, but this is a very masculine energy card. That focus, get things done, structure. So there's going to need to be to stay focused in the midst of all of the obstacles and the challenges. Stay focused in the midst of feeling low, or like you are defeated with negative thoughts and negative energies, or maybe you're being negative about what it is that you need to do, and you need to be focused on what's actually going on and what you can attain. You know, yeah, there's a real strong energy here. Then we have the sacral chakra, and we know the sacral chakra is talking about the creativity, sexuality, expression, finding your passion. This is where all the good, warm feelings come from. When we're creating, when we're coming from a place of desire, when we are thinking about what it is that we want, and that feeling. So the sacral chakra is associated with creation, birthing something, cultivating. Yeah, so as this reading has come out, it's very much reminiscent on what this moon talks about. The need for balance, the positive and the negative. But to use your wisdom, or this energy, this tug and pull is going to show you, or you're going to be building wisdom, you're going to be starting to find yourself a bit more. Yeah, it's gone to 22 minutes. I just want to quickly get into, I just want to get a little advice. I love to always do after all my readings, I like to do a little advice. And so let's get some advice for this spread. What's happening? What do we need to know? Thank you. I'll take those two, and these ones are not. Okay. So the energies for the Libra Super Moon, okay, is a need to be open. You've got openness. This is taking a leap of faith. This is being open to new suggestions, new ways of doing things. Don't be so closed off to what you think you know, or because I've been doing it a certain way, I should just continue doing it that way. Be open to suggestion. Be open to see new ways of doing something totally brand new, or maybe it's something that you're already doing, but being open to stretching the boundaries, being a little bit more brave. Be brave. Yeah, Spirit's saying be brave. Then you got leadership. Okay, this is talking about leading by example. This is about sitting up with your back straight, knowing that you have people looking up to you. You've got people watching your move so they can start making their move. So take the initiative to take those people under your wing who you have vying for your attention. Start showing showing how to be, showing humility, showing how to win, showing them about wisdom, showing them that not every battle needs to be fought, and that he who wins the battle may not win the war. yeah, there's definitely, I think, leadership in leading by example, helping people come to the next level, yeah? And doing all of this and being open is going to bring along blessings. Look at this, blessings. Fruitfulness, wish fulfillment, protection, abundance. When you're able to open up and receive the blessings, the opportunities, take the new route, not even knowing where it's going to lead you to, but you know that it's going to be lessons for you. Yeah, take the leap of faith and trust in the process, trust in the spirit. And then we have community, when we can all come together physically. And this is about being open and leading within a community. So this could speak to you starting to become more bold and more vocal in your community, where maybe you start a page or a blog, you use some type of social media platform. Excuse me. Where you use some kind of platform to get to your community, to serve your community, to advocate on behalf of your community. Petitions, setting up something, groups, focus sessions, advice and guidance. Whatever it is that you can do to help the collective, because you're called to leadership, to do something within your community. That's amazing. So I'm just going to close with my affirmations. So can I get some affirmations for the collective, for this spread? This is energies that you should pay attention to. I'll try my best to say at least a few of these cards each day. Okay, I love when they talk so hard. So this is the things we need to say to ourselves to remember. Ask for one more. And then I'll close out. Oh, that's far too many. I'm going to take those that fell.